Welcome to XIO Voice. Continuing from the previous episode 233, the silver glow cut through the sky as though it was a bolt of lightning tearing through the world. It rushed toward that old man called Huang Yi at a shocking speed. The air itself shook along the way because of how fast it was going. Soon a low, deep sonic boom erupted. Numerous pits were created with a blast on the ground. The originally smiling face of the old man Huang Yi had become ugly the moment the Earth Demon puppet appeared. He could sense an extreme danger from the body of the Earth Demon puppet. This fellow carries such a powerful puppet with him? The expression of Huang Yi drastically changed, but he was also an extremely experienced old man. His feet hurriedly stepped through empty air as he watched the Earth Demon puppet, which was pouncing over with killing intent. With the movement of his feet, he ended up shooting backwards with a continuous number of afterimages. Huang Yi's reaction was quite quick. However, the speed of the Earth Demon puppet was a level higher. One could see its feet stomp against the ground, causing the ground to shake until cracks formed. With a kai sound, the puppet's body appeared in front of Huang Yi as though it had teleported. Its fist, which was a bright silver color, did not hesitate as it ferociously punched at the other party's head. The Earth Demon puppet's fist danced. It roared through the air. A powerful wind pressure caused Huang Yi's body to be unable to remain steady. A low, deep sonic boom resounded by his ears like a cannonball. Bang! Huang Yi's face was grave at this critical moment. His legs were slightly curled as his hands rapidly danced. Following which, his hand drew numerous orbits as fiery red do chi suddenly surged out of his body. Immediately, it agglomerated into a flame cauldron over 100 feet large. Transforming cauldron covering sky. Huang Yi's expression was dyed by the fiery red do chi until it was completely bright red in color. A fiery red flame also surged into his eyes. After which, both of his hands were placed on the top of the enormous flame cauldron. He violently pressed it toward the Earth Demon puppet's metal fist. Clang! A fist, covered by a bright silver glow, was ruthlessly swung out and did not pause because of Huang Yi's do skill. After which, it heavily collided with the fire cauldron. A shocking sound suddenly resounded over the plains. This shocking sound transformed into an invisible sonic wave that spread out in a lightning-like manner. It forcefully removed a layer of soil on the ground. Bang! The two collided and the subsequent stalemate only lasted for a moment. The fire cauldron that had been formed from the do chi within Huang Yi's body was covered with lines at this moment. Immediately, a bang sounded, and it turned into a countless number of energy fragments that shot out in all directions. The current Earth Demon puppet was able to put up a fight against a 9-star do zong. This Huang Yi was only a 7-star do zong. He was naturally no match for the Earth Demon puppet in a head-on clash. Groan. Huang Yi let out a muffled groan from his throat when the fire cauldron cracked apart. His feet immediately withdrew. What a powerful puppet! Shock surged into Huang Yi's heart as he miserably retreated. He truly understood how troublesome it would be to deal with the Earth Demon puppet after having personally exchanged blows with it. Huang Yi's foot violently stomped on the ground and forcefully stabilized his body. He hurriedly suppressed the surging blood within his body. He felt his mouth fill with bitterness just as a sweetness was rising up his throat. Originally, he thought that with his strength of a 7-star do zong, this little fellow would at least be a little afraid of him and end up submitting, handing over a portion of the treasure. Initially, Huang Yi had planned to take an extremely small portion and then send him away. However, his thoughts might have been beautiful, but reality was quite cruel. From the looks of this situation, forget about even obtaining a little of the treasure. Whether he could leave safely would likely be a difficult question. At this moment, Huang Yi began to regret his own greed. Huang Yi stabilized his body and looked at the Earth Demon puppet, which was pouncing over again. A glint flashed across his eyes as he hurriedly cried out loud, "This little friend. The old me is wrong in this matter. I shall leave now. All of the core soul marrow will belong to you." Faced with this current situation, Huang Yi was aware that it was best to escape first. It would not be too late to attack this little fellow once he had found his companions. Huang Yi's eyes had swiftly swept over the spot where Xiao Yan had stood earlier. However, he suddenly realized that his figure had already disappeared. Not good. Huang Yi was slightly startled upon seeing this. His expression slightly changed as his feet stomped on the ground. He was just about to move when a frightening wind trickily appeared behind him. After which, it violently slammed toward his back. This sudden sneak attack caused Huang Yi's heart to feel shocked. He forcefully turned his body and hastily waved his hand. Boom! Their fists violently collided an instant later. However, the force on Huang Yi's fist, which had been hastily maneuvered, was immediately scattered. A fist made of wind escaped the restraints of Xiaoyan's palm like a loach, and it swiftly smashed onto Huang Yi's chest in a lightning-like manner. Grug! Huang Yi's face instantly turned white after suffering this heavy blow. Immediately, a mouthful of fresh blood was involuntarily spat out. His body was like a kite with its string broken as he shot backwards. He rubbed across the ground for nearly 100 meters before slowly coming to a stop. Huang Yi stabilized his body. He spat out a mouthful of blood before looking at Xiaoyan, who had slowly appeared where he had been standing earlier, with vicious eyes. His face was ferocious as he said, "Brat, consider yourself ruthless. However, the old me will not allow you to live. My two companions have also entered the pill realm. They will help the old me take revenge." Huang Yi spat out another mouthful of fresh blood before he finished uttering all his words. He flicked his finger and a ray of light rushed from the tip of his finger. After which, he punched the fresh blood. Finally, the blood transformed into a blood glow that rushed to the sky. It disappeared within a few flashes. Huang Yi had done all of this in a practiced manner. Clearly, it was not the first time that he had done such a thing. Hence, even Xiaoyan could only slightly frown as he looked at the disappearing blood glow. He only turned his eyes a moment later and said with a faint smile, "I do not mind if you wish to deliver your companions to death. A brat who only knows how to talk tough. Don't think that you can act arrogantly just because you own a puppet." Huang Yi spoke in a savage manner. Xiaoyan smiled. After which, he slowly walked toward Huang Yi. He questioned in a careless manner, "You should know what to do next, right?" Huang Yi swiftly took a couple of steps back with great caution as he watched Xiaoyan, who was full of smiles. Huang Yi's eyes were filled with an unwillingness as he glanced at the earth demon puppet waiting with ill intent. He clenched his fist and a spatial rock appeared in his hand. He knew that if he did not do this, the warm, young man in front would really perform a killing blow. Huang Yi did not hesitate at all because he would definitely kill him if he were in Xiaoyan's shoes. Moreover, Xiaoyan in front of him did not look like a nice fellow. "Brat, the old me shall remember you. I will wait for you in Holy Pill City and get you to suffer a fate worse than death once the pill gathering is over." Huang Yi held the spatial rock in his hand before suddenly breaking it. Immediately, the space around his body swiftly became distorted. "Brat, if you are brave enough, do you dare leave a name? At the very least, allow the old me to know who has defeated me." Huang Yi suddenly asked in a dense manner within the distorted space. Xiaoyan involuntarily smiled when he heard his question. He gently rubbed his storage ring as he smiled and said, "Xiaoyan." This simple name caused the originally distorted body of Huang Yi to stiffen. This name was one that Huang Yi had first heard when he had entered the Pill region because the day he entered the Pill region was coincidentally the day Xiaoyan and the Ice River Valley had fought. Damn it! Why did I meet such a fierce one after having just entered this place? This thought had just appeared when the surrounding space suddenly unleashed a suction force and sucked Huang Yi's body away. Xiaoyan clearly saw the regretful expression on that fellow's face the moment before he disappeared. Xiaoyan waved his hand after seeing Huang Yi's figure disappeared. He returned the earth demon puppet into his storage ring. He was a mere 7-star Dozong. Xiaoyan was not even afraid of Tian Shi, at the peak of the Dozong class, yet this old fellow dared to target him. Xiaoyan was not really concerned about the companions Huang Yi had mentioned. As long as the other party was not an elite Dozun, Xiaoyan would need not worry with his current strength should they really end up meeting. From the looks of Huang Yi, Xiaoyan did not think that he had befriended an elite Dozun as a companion. This pill realm might be good, but one can only remain inside for a short period of time. Therefore, I will need to quickly obtain the 3 natural treasures on the medicine list. Otherwise, if I end up in delaying the matter of the pill gathering, I will end up losing more than I gain. Xiaoyan softly muttered to himself. After which, he once again took out the map from his storage ring. He carefully studied it before determining his current position. The locations of these 3 items should be in the 3 red circles that are drawn on the map. Currently, I can only head there and take a look. Xiao Yan mused for a moment before making up his mind. He still required a couple of rare medicinal ingredients in order to mediate the core soul marrow. Since this pill realm possessed many treasures, he would search for these medicinal ingredients along the way. If it was possible, his soul would truly break through to the soul state before he left the pill realm. At that time, he would feel more confident about obtaining the champion spot when he participated in the final part of the pill gathering. Once Xiao Yan made up his mind, he ceased delaying any longer. His body floated high up, after which, he identified the position where one of the 3 red-colored circles was located. His body moved, and he transformed into a ray of light that rushed away.